How are we, guys? Today we're going to look at some of my rank clips and highlight the good things that I do and critique some of the bad things. Hopefully by going through these I can help you pick up better habits and ditch the mistakes. Also, this is a new video format I want to try in between my regular tip uploads, so if you enjoy, please like and subscribe to help me out. Alright, let's get into it. So for this first one we're going to take a look at a round where I'm roaming on Chalet as Solus. We're on the basement site and the attackers are doing a wine push, so they're opening that long hall and then the boiler room wall, and here I'm just clearing up top.
Do we kill lobby?
Looking around.
Ace on the Azami that I just pinged. He's
Sound.
right there on ping 5.
Thermites to end wine on wine wall. They planted.
So, a couple things happen there. Buck makes a lot of sound, uses his gadget, and he's an easy pick. He's not looking at me. It's a little lucky I swing and he's not looking, but you know what? He's preoccupied. And even though that's a tight angle, I trust my gun skill, go for the swing. Easy pick. Right after, the bomb goes down and we get the call from one of our teammates that it's down on wine. So we know where the plant is, and it's now a 2v3. So we got to get a little aggressive to clear that bomb out and then defuse it.
Still on 5.
Pooh, I'm gonna come down blue. Play with it.
So when I'm deciding to come back there, I'm a little bit hesitant. I'm not quite sure where to go. I think I was maybe considering going down West Main, but who knows, they could be watching it. There's probably a drone. That's where the push is coming from. Then I finally decide to go down blue, but I waste a little bit of extra time there instead of snap decision, head down, and make the play. You can see that ping on the left there. So my teammate gets a pick, 2v2 now, so just got to get at least one of these other guys to make the take a little bit easier now.
The Claymore on breach.
5 dead.
Alright, so based off of teammate's ping, we got the pick, and now we're in a 2v1. So something to note here, my teammate, he's dead. That means he's on cameras, he's giving us pings, he's giving us call outs. So I'm only getting that kill because someone's actually taking the time to not be on their phone and be engaged and go ahead and give me that info. So that's an easy pick, makes the round a lot more winnable. We're past halfway on the bomb timer now, so it's getting a little tight on time, but we're in a 2v1, and really one of us got to defuse and the other guy's got to hold, so that's what we end up doing.
Here, go. We can
Check the long haul.
Last one's trench.
I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Alright, so I'm defusing, my buddy's trying to hold, he loses the 1v1, that's unfortunate, but now I'm kind of faced with a bit of a dilemma here. So do I go ahead and stick this? I can hear Thatcher, he's sprinting to get to me, he knows I'm defusing. So I've really got to make this decision. Am I going to stick, or am I going to take the gunfight and try and go back?
At 25,
Looking for you.
So I win the gunfight there, but you can tell time is getting really close. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to get it in time, so we'll see what happens.
Ooh, you're gonna be close.
Nope.
So, really tight on time there. I do get the gunfights. I win them. That's really great. But the issue here is the time management, right? I wasted that time up top. If you remember at the beginning too, if we go back, I'm not even thinking quite yet to go back down, and there's only a minute and 21 left. So if the push isn't happening now, it's going to happen in the next 30 seconds, maybe the next 40 if they're really waiting. This is that time where, as a roamer, you got to start thinking, okay, you know what, I didn't get any picks up here, I wasted a little bit of time, the round's starting to get to that second half closing time. That's when the execute's going to come from the attackers. So realistically, maybe a couple seconds earlier, I should have been thinking about rotating back. And then the next thing, when I'm running around out here, I'm going in a roundabout way, I'm not quite sure where I want to go, and then I finally make the decision to go down blue. So those few seconds there where I'm not quite sure, that's the difference maker here. I mean, look how close that is just as time runs out. So when you're making decisions, even if you're not 100% sure, you do have to commit as soon as possible, because a lot of the time, the round's only 3 minutes long, and when stuff's happening so quickly, the clock's running low already, those split-second decisions, that's the difference maker there. So if I had been in sight earlier, or if I made that little decision, hey, I'm not going to run around by the couches, I'm going to go straight down main, straight down blue, maybe the round turns out differently. The positioning changes, maybe the kills are different, but at least you're not there, you're not leaving your teammate out to dry. So for our next clip, we're going to take a look at a pretty good round I had on Outback. We're attacking that bottom floor site under laundry, so it's one that doesn't get played a lot, so we go for a little bit of a weird take. Most of my team is going for reptile room, pretty much directly onto site, and I'm taking kind of an off angle here, seeing if I can catch some people off guard. So we're going to take a look at this and see how we do. Checking my
Do we
backside,
know if Reptile Hall is
check long
safe?
angle,
Yeah, I don't know.
and
I
now
don't have any
clearing.
more room. Oh yeah, I have one. Okay.
Got one.
Alright, so you can see there, when I'm peeking, I know I'm close to sight here. Like, I'm 9 meters away from the bomb itself. This is their territory. I'm being careful. I'm taking a look at that door behind me. When I check, I'm looking at that long angle, because they're probably going to be in reptile. And then I clear this angle even close, and look what I get rewarded with. Now, he just shot. He just used his pump shotgun. He's not got another shell reloaded. But my crosshair placement's good. I'm at head level. I wasn't, lazy about the peak.
Oh yeah, I have
And
one.
I get
Got
rewarded
one
for it.
site.
So now we're up in man count. We can see somebody else is fighting here. I don't quite know what's in front of me, but I want to gather a little bit of info. So to prepare myself and make sure I'm safe to get a little bit of info, watch what I do here.
Looks clear.
I put a Grim in that room. So now I know if somebody walks into that room, I'm going to hear it. I'm going to see a ping. That's just keeping me safe from that side.
You said it's clear, Patrick?
Yeah,
Check
it's
the
clear
long
on the
angle
right
again.
side. Oh, there's somebody going
Throw
there
the
on
drone.
floor, very deep on the right side.
And then we finally get on it. So now we're gathering that info. We know we're safe. Take a look around.
On one.
And we see the Aruni. So maybe I could have been on that drone a little quicker, save my teammate. Maybe he shouldn't have been hopping in just yet. I don't quite know. But we do get the info, and we know exactly where he is.
On me.
I know I'm safe from over there. I'm still giving it a check, though, real quick.
I had
Got it.
An easy pick. So he does get another one of my teammates. Look, all I can really do from that position is say, hey, he's here. I'm going to try and come help. In that time, it can happen. It's a little unlucky, but we get the pick easy enough.
HP.
Now we're peeking
The wall
sight.
should be open. I open it before dying.
I think I downed one.
So you can see there when I'm peeking sight, I'm peeking it real slow. I'm not just wide swinging the door. I'm kind of checking angle by angle. And I see him off to the left here.
I open it before dying.
I down
I
him.
think I downed one site.
And my teammate goes ahead and finishes that off. So now I'm thinking about, okay, 2v2. I've got this opening here. I'm going to try and just see if I can make it walkable so I can enter sight.
Okay.
Yellow stairs coming down.
What?
I might have been talking too much there, but if you listen, and I'll make it a little louder, you can hear somebody come up on the left.
Yellow stairs coming down.
What?
And you can hear I downed him too. So I never even saw that guy. That was just sound calls. That was just listening. So I was able to get the down. Lost another one of my teammates, but now we're basically in a 1v1.
Oh, I downed one site.
How's he not fucking dead?
Yellow's on site now.
So now it's a 1v1, and I'm starting to get a little jittery. There's a lot of time left, but I start to
Mozzie's
get
like
aggressive.
25 HP. Was on yellow stairs last scene.
He went into site.
I know he's in sight now from the calls. Good calls by the teammate.
You have time to drone.
So right there, that's like one of the best call-outs you can give your teammates. Just take a second. You have time. I've covered this area from being pushed from. And the backside, they'd have to take a long time to get to me. There's no reason for him to do that. He's going to just sit on site. So by telling me to, hey, take your time, take your drone out, take a peek around. That's what kind of gives me the info to really go forward. So I go ahead, hop on my drone.
Great. I have an odd.
The clip cuts off, but if I go to the next one, you can see I've found him. He's in between sites on the other side of the wall. I've got my info, and now I can move forward. So instead of just peeking and trying to clear every angle, I traded that like 20 seconds to use my drone, find out where this guy is, and now I have a goal. I kind of know where this guy's going to be. And he was still right there.
Shit.
So, we end up acing the round, and that's really good. But it didn't come from crazy mechanics and, peeking like I'm better than everyone else. It came from a methodical breaking down of what's going on in front of me. Slowly clearing angles, checking everything, using my drone and info, and then when it comes down to it, that, your hands are shaking, you're getting a little nervous, 1v1, this is for the game. Your teammate takes the time to say, hey, you know what, slow down, use your drone, and let's take this methodically. So that's really one of the biggest things. That call out for my teammate, he tells me to drone, and I think that's really what put me over the edge. Because otherwise, when I'm peeking there, I'm really just clearing with no info. Again, I did that earlier, but now the stakes are a little bit higher. No one's covering for me. I'm just trying to find one guy. He could kind of be anywhere rather than, earlier in the round, you're just seeing what the round gives you. So that's what I think really put this round over the edge, taking that time to take a second to breathe and then moving forward accordingly. Alright, for our last clip, we've got a short one here. It's just one kill, but I kind of want to highlight something that's really important here. So we're in a 2v2, and we're kind of just waiting for the attackers to make the last move. Very short on time. Bandit's over here in bathroom, I'm in green bedroom, and we just really need to hold sight and wait for them to come to us.
Above. Still fuse.
Bottom yellow. Going down the stairs.
So we get the call from our teammates that there's someone on yellow, they're coming down. I know where yellow door is, so I'm going to make a couple peek holes here and see if I can't catch them. I'm going to try and make more than one so that ideally the attacker has to pick one of those, and I'm hopefully not on that one. Here I only make two. Maybe you want to, quickly make like 3 or 4, do it earlier in the round like in prep phase, and also sometimes this wall has like a line of sight, basically a giant hole like we saw in the previous clip. So that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm trying to prep myself for this gunfight ahead and give myself a little bit of an edge.
Right there. Doorway.
Dead.
So we can see that when that guy peeks down yellow, he actually chooses the one to my left. I got a little lucky there. That's a coin flip. You probably want like at least 2 or 3 of these holes, but he picks the wrong one because it's the first one he sees. He jumps on it. I can see him easily through this hole. Easy headshot. Super, basic kill. Nothing crazy there. But what we need to focus on is the decision I make next.
Dead. I'm watching hatch.
Going down the stairs. Down.
No, he got me.
So when I go ahead and, I watch hatch for a little bit, but then we hear, hey, he's coming down yellow again. He's coming to the exact same spot. My brain goes, all right, let's peek those holes again, see if we can have the same thing happen. What I'm not thinking about is, most likely with this situation, those guys are in a Discord call or he calls out in game chat, hey, watch out for the head holes. I just got fried from one of them. What's the first place that this fuse is going to look when he goes and peeks this door, right? His teammate just died from the head holes. So me going back and immediately going there, either one, again, I gave myself a 50-50. There's 2 holes. I probably want more than that. By peeking that again, I'm really just putting myself in basically the most obvious position. And when you guys know what it looks like when you peek a wall and there's a hole in it. If there's just one, you kind of know where the peek's going to be. So you just go ahead, fry that hole. Even if you don't get the kill, you've definitely landed a shot or 2. So I really just put myself in the most obvious spot for a gunfight, and it ended up costing me. Now luckily I think Bandit clutches up in this round, but I blew our 2-1 advantage right there. I did not need to be peeking that. I could have just held and maybe let Fuse get inside, and then we can work with Bandit, play 2-on-1, and see what happens from there. So as we wrap up here, I really want to recommend recording your gameplay and watching it back after each session. If you're on PC, I'd recommend Outplayed because it breaks down all the in-game events for you. You should be critical when you're looking back and see if you can check out both the kills and the deaths, because this will give you the full perspective of your playstyle and what you need to change. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this new style of video. Like and subscribe if you did, and if you have any suggestions or questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll see ya.